welcome to Beat the Geeks. Tonight, winner of these three challengers will get a chance to win our grand prize package worth over $5,000. That's the good news. Now, the bad news. To try and stop them, we have collected the finest steel trap pop trivia minds in existence and assembled them here in our arena. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the Geeks.
Mark Edward Hoyt, the movie geek.
I love the smell of celluloid in the morning. Smells like victory.
Andy Zacks, the music geek.
I built my geekdom on rock and roll.
Paul Goebel, the TV geek.
How much do I love TV? I own the Kojak, Beretta, and Barney Miller board game.
And our special guest geek, Gabriel Kerner, the Star Trek geek.
I have over 30 Star Trek costumes in my collection. What's next? An Enterprise captain's uniform, just like Scott Bakula.
Yes, there they are, the four machine gun nests that stand between you and the camouflage cement bunker containing the grand prize. So, Michelle, Brad, Christine, that's what you're up against, and here's how it's going to work. Only two of you will earn the right to challenge the Geeks in the next round, and only one of you will make it all the way to the final round where you'll face the geek of your choice for a chance at an amazing grand prize. However, right now, one of you has got to go, so we're going to start things off with 4 5-point toss-up questions. Hands over buzzers, and here we go. In the subject of TV, what Western drama starring Chuck Norris ran for a mind-boggling 7 years? Christine.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
That is correct. 5 points, and we're underway. Challengers, here's your next 5-point question. In the subject of music, what do the Scorpions threaten to rock you like? Christine.
Hurricane.
Hurricane is right. 5 points for you. In the subject of Star Trek, on Star Trek The Next Generation, what species is Worf? Christine.
Klingon.
Klingon is right. Challengers, here's your final 5-point question. In the subject of movies, what fast-talking, bad-acting director directed Pulp Fiction? Brad.
Tarantino, Quentin Tarantino.
That is correct. 5 points for you. All right, let's look at the scores here. We've got Christine ahead with 15, Brad on the board with 5, Michelle yet to score. It's time now for 4 more questions. These are worth 10 points each, and I'll remind you, only the two of you in the lead after these 4 questions will go on to challenge the Geeks in the next round. In the subject of TV, complete this phrase from the Donnie and Marie show. I'm a little bit country. Christine.
I'm a little bit rock and roll.
Yes, you are. Correct answer for 10 points. TV Geek, a rare brother and sister team.
Yeah, we don't often see that. I gotta say, Donny Osmond, one of the greatest ever to be on TV. Marie, however, I hate. I hate Marie. She has ridden on her brother's coattails long enough. I'm putting an end to it right now.
All right, thank you, TV Geek. Challengers, here's your next 10-point question. In the subject of Star Trek, what network aired Star Trek Voyager? Brad.
UPN.
UPN is correct. 10 points for you. In the subject of music, what kind of taboo does R&B star Sade sing about? Christine.
Sweetest taboo.
Sweetest taboo is the kind of taboo she sings about. Music geek, Sade, is she still around making hits?
Yeah, she just had a record quite recently. Very impeccably crafted, and between you and me, primo makeout music.
Oh. All right, challengers, here's your last toss-up question for 10 points. In the subject of movies, name the daughter of Francis Ford Coppola who ruined Godfather 3 and directed The Virgin Suicides. Brad.
Sofia Coppola.
Sofia Coppola is right. 10 points for you. Movie geek, why was she even given a chance to ruin Godfather 3?
Well, laugh all you want about Godfather 3, but after Virgin Suicides, I ain't laughing anymore. That movie was brilliant.
All right, that is the end of the toss-up rounds. Let's look at the score. We've got Christine ahead with 35, Brad with 25. Michelle, shockingly, with 0 points, you are in 3rd place. This is the worst part of my job, but I do have the unfortunate business of telling you goodbye. Please exit the Geek Arena now. Bye-bye, Michelle. So well-dressed and yet so few points. All right, Brad and Christine, you two have proven yourselves worthy to play against the Geeks in the next round. You're going to have the next couple of minutes to rest. But when we come back, it'll be just like taking candy from a baby, except instead of candy, it'll be questions. And instead of babies, it'll be grown adults. But other than that, it's just like it. Stay tuned.
This is the studio miniature from the Star Trek movies.
1 through 6. I tell you, touching that was like a spiritual experience. It felt like touching the most beautiful woman alive. Underneath that rigid polyurethane frame, I swear laid a soul. She's a beautiful ship. She's the Enterprise.
Hey, welcome back to Beat the Geeks. I'm Tiffany. And if your geek misbehaved, just tap him lightly on the nose.
Kind of makes you want to misbehave, huh? All right, thanks, Tiffany. All right, Brad and Christine, you have survived round 1, so we might as well get to know you. Brad, you're a student.
Yes,
and
I
what's
am.
the geekiest thing about you?
I'm a Knight Rider fanatic.
Oh, no kidding.
Absolutely.
All right, Christine, you're a researcher.
Yep.
And what's the geekiest thing about you?
My very first concert was Kool and the Gang.
And did that influence your music taste or your puberty?
I'm always celebrating? I don't know.
All right. Thank goodness. And you're also quite fresh and exciting. All right, glad to have both of you here. The two of you have made it this far, so congratulations. You are both still eligible for that grand prize package worth over $5,000. However, now the game starts getting tougher because now you will be playing against the geeks themselves. Claudie, Miss Claudie, in this first challenge round, you'll each have one chance to challenge a geek and try to take his medal. All the medals are worth 20 points. However, if you can beat our special guest geek, we'll give you an extra 10 points. Christine, you are in the lead, so you go first. Please challenge a geek.
I challenged the TV geek.
TV geek, you've been challenged.
You know what, Christine? I'm going to put your challenge right under She's the Sheriff on my list of dumb ideas.
All right, Christine, let's see if you can channel that anger. Now, since you probably don't know as much as our expert here, we've leveled the playing field. Relatively easy questions for you, impossibly difficult ones for the geek. Now, geek, for every easy question your challenger gets right, you will have to defend your medal by answering a harder geek-level question. If you should fail, you will lose your medal, and the challenger will get 20 points. Thank you, Tiffany. All right, Christine, here's your first TV question. It's a visual. Here we have Richard Schiff. On what series does he play communications director Toby Ziegler?
West Wing.
West Wing is right. TV Geek, your medal is in danger. You must answer this question correctly in order to keep it. Now, of course, Schiff won an Emmy for that role. Who is Richard's lovely wife pictured here? And name one of the 2 network series on which she co-starred.
Well, I remember she was on LA Law. She was also on Sisters. But I cannot think of her name.
Unfortunate. It's Sheila Kelly. Sheila Kelly and TV Geek, you will only have memories of your medal because it is leaving your neck right now. Congratulations, Christine. You beat the geek. A well-deserved high five. And look at your score. You got an extra 20 points. That means it's now 55 to 25. Brad, you're up next. Now, once a geek has been beaten, he can't be challenged again. And I will remind you that our special guest geek is still available if you want to go for those extra 10 points. The choice is yours. Please challenge a geek.
I challenge the movie geek.
Movie geek, you've been challenged.
My goodness, one would have to go to a bowling alley to meet a challenger of your stature.
Bring it on.
All right, we shall bring it on, and here it begins. Who directed the 1993 film Jurassic Park?
Steven Spielberg.
That is correct. Movie geek, who directed Jurassic Park 3?
That is a special effects wizard and director of The Rocketeer and Jumanji, Joe Johnson.
Movie geek, very close, but we do hold our geeks to a higher standard. It's Johnston. Johnston with a T, and you said
It's a
Johnson.
silent T!
Not in this game. Movie geek, you surrender your medal. All right. Congratulations, Brad. You got the medal, the kiss, and 20 points for yourself. That brings the score to Christine 55, Brad 45. And when we come back, the world gets turned upside down. Medals are worth twice as much, and one of the challengers loses their grip. You won't want to miss that here on Beat the Geeks. Welcome back to Beat the Geeks. It's time now for 2 more challenges, but in this round, medals are worth 40 points each. And, of course, you can still go for our special guest geek. Beat him, we'll give you an extra 10 points. Now, I'll remind you, only the one of you with the most points after this round will move on to the final showdown for a chance at that amazing grand prize package worth over $5,000. Brad, you need the most help, so this time you go first. Please challenge one of our remaining geeks.
I challenge that Star Trek geek over
Star Trek Geek, you've been challenged.
Well, I'll tell you, not even the power of William Shatner's hairpiece and girdle can help you now.
All right, Brad, let's see what happens here. The following synopsis describes an episode of which version of Star Trek? Picard, Dr. Crusher, and Data are placed in danger when the holodeck malfunctions while running a Dixon Hill program, which pits them against 1940s mobsters.
That is, of course, Star Trek The Next Generation.
That, of course, is correct. All right, Star Trek Geek, your medal is in danger. The following synopsis describes which episode of the original Star Trek? Scientists the Enterprise intends to pick up are found frozen dead. A disease spreads through the Enterprise, causing loss of inhibitions. Lieutenant Riley locks himself in the engine room.
Ah, now that would be The Naked Time.
That is correct. Star Trek Geek. Brad, you seem puzzled. I'll say again, he's a Star Trek geek.
He certainly is.
All right, Brad. Here's your next question. Name 2 of the Next Generation characters shown here.
Wesley Crusher, Deanna Troi, Worf, and Geordi.
That's plenty. Just needed 2. That is correct.
Okay.
All right, Star Trek Geek. Again, your medal is in danger. Name all 5 actors in this picture.
LeVar Burton, Gates McFadden, Michael Dorn, Marina Sirtis, Will Wheaton.
That is correct, Star Trek Geek. I'm sorry we seem to bore you with such easy questions. All right, Brad, the Star Trek Geek has successfully defended his medal twice. That means in order to decide this challenge, we're going to go to the 15-second Geek Off. When I say go, you're going to have 15 seconds to name as many well-known, valid responses as you can in the following category. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Your category is captains portrayed on television. Go.
Captain Picard, Captain Archer, Captain Janeway, Captain, Picard, Captain, let's see, Archer, he's a new guy, Janeway, Captain, the guy from Deep Space Nine, you know, that one guy with the head.
Sure. That is time. We cannot give points for repeat answers, by the way. We have to warn you. That means your final tally is 3. 3 valid responses. All right, Star Trek Geek, he got 3. That means in your Geek Off, you must get at least 4 valid responses in order to successfully defend your medal, which, of course, is in danger. Your category is Starship Captains. Go.
Picard, Kirk, Riker, Jellicoe, Archer, Pike, April, Captain Beverly Crusher. That'll do it.
You got plenty. Certainly enough to defend your medal. Well done, Star Trek Geek. All right, Brad, that ends your challenge. No points there. Christine, it's now your turn to challenge a geek, so please do.
I challenge the Star Trek Geek.
Star Trek Geek, you've been challenged again.
Well, Christine, you have better chance of escaping a Tholian web than defeating me.
All right, Christine, here's your first Star Trek question. What Starfleet handheld energy weapon can be set to stun, heat, or kill?
Phaser.
Phaser is right, of course. Star Trek Geek, your medal is in danger. You must answer this more difficult question. On an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, what ship got fused to an asteroid after using the illegal phasing cloak device?
The Pegasus.
That is correct. All right, Christine, he's sharp. Let's see if you are with this next question. What actress portrays the character Uhura?
No idea.
Oh, all right. Brad, you've got a chance to steal. Get 10 points for yourself. Can you tell me the correct answer?
No, I can't. Ursula something. Ursula something.
Ursula something is incorrect. Star Trek Geek, even I knew this one. Tell him what it is.
That would be Nichelle Nichols.
That is correct. Christine, that ends your challenge rounds. We've got a score of 55 to 45, and in fact, that's the end of all the challenge rounds. And now it all comes down to the Geek Equalizer. That's right, it's still anybody's game because the Geek Equalizer could be worth up to 150 points. In the Geek Equalizer, I'm going to start naming titles, people, phrases, and things. You will have 2 seconds to tell me whether each one is currently best known for movies, TV, or music. For every correct answer you give me, we'll give you 10 points. Answer incorrectly or freeze at any time, and the Geek Equalizer is over for you. Brad, You're behind. You're going to go first. You need 10 points to stay in this game. That means you must get one Geekwalizer response to tie. Anything beyond that will be added to your score. Let's Geekwalize. Cheers.
TV.
Tears for Fears.
Music.
Yes, dear.
TV.
Will Gear.
Music.
That's incorrect. TV Geek, who's Will Gear?
He played the grandfather on one of your favorite shows, The Waltons.
Yes, he did. Touche. All right, Brad, you did get your score up to 75. That means you're in the lead, 75 to 55. Christine, that means you now need 20 points to stay in this game, which means you must get at least 2 of these in a row to tie. If you get 3, you will have won the game. All right, Christine, let's Geekwalize. To Wong Fu.
Movie.
Shampoo.
Movie.
Witchy Poo.
Band. Music.
Incorrect. TV Geek, what's Witchy Poo?
HR Puffin stuff. Where you go when things get rough?
All right, Christine, the correct response was TV. And what do you know? After the Geekwalizer, we got ourselves a tie game. That means it all comes down to this one tie-breaking question, all right? Each of you are going to write down a number in response to this question. The closest, without going over, will be the one to survive and go to the Geek to Geek showdown. Tell me, how many minutes is the running time of Dances with Wolves? Please write down your response. All right, the responses are in. Brad, tell me what your response was.
177.
177 is very close. The actual running time is 181. Christine, what did you write down?
138 minutes.
Oh, 138 minutes is 43 minutes off the correct answer, which is not closer than Brad's. Christine, we have to say goodbye to you. Please exit the Geek Arena now. And Brad, with only 4 minutes off, that means you got the correct answer. You are today's winner. We're going on to the final showdown. Now, of course, what you get depends on which geek you beat. Which geek do you challenge for the final showdown?
I challenge Tubby, the movie geek.
The movie geek has been challenged.
This is going to be like a recent Woody Allen movie, short and very bitter.
If you beat a movie geek, you're going to need some geek gear of your own. So, CDW, Computing Solutions Built for Business, is giving you $5,000 worth of geek equipment. They've got a huge selection of high-end computers, digital cameras, and DVD players. Post your own movie reviews on the web, watch the director's cut of a Pauly Shore movie, or even make your own pretentious, hard-to-follow art house classics. With CDW and a slew of geek tools, you'll finally be able to call yourself a movie geek, you lucky bastard. It's a grand prize package worth over $5,000.
Stay right where you are, America, because you're not going to want to miss the resolution of this historic conflict. When Brad tries to slip under the radar of the movie geeks' watchful stare. Right after this on Beat the Geeks. Welcome back to Beat the Geeks. As you both know, this is the Geek to Geek showdown. The rules are simple. For each category, you can choose a 1, 2, or 3-point question. The first person to 7 points wins, and the more the points, the harder the question. Now, for each category, the geek cannot choose an easier question than the challenger. The challenger goes first. That's you, Brad. Here we go. The category is dirty movies. Would you like a 1, 2, or 3-point question?
Just to be safe, I better go with 2.
All right, for 2 points. In what 1992 crime thriller written by Joe Esterhaas did Sharon Stone bear her innermost secrets?
That would be Basic Instincts.
Correct. 2 points. Movie Geek, same category. Would you like a 2 or 3-point question?
I'm not afraid to wallow in dirty movies. 3 points, please.
All right, for 3 points in the lead. What 1977 Zucker Brothers comedy featured a segment entitled Catholic High School Girls in Trouble?
Film directed by John Landis and featuring Donald Sutherland as the clumsy waiter. It's the Kentucky Fried Movie.
That is correct. One of my favorites. Brad, he's up 3-2. The category is Toys That Kill. Would you like a 1, 2, or 3-point question?
2 points, please.
For 2 points. In the 1982 movie Poltergeist, what kind of toy tried to strangle Robbie, the family's young son?
God, this still freaks me out. It's a clown.
That is correct. The clown doll. 2 points for you. Movie Geek, a 2 or 3-point question?
2 points, please.
All right, for 2 points in Toys That Kill. What is the full title of the 1982 Halloween sequel in which thousands of Halloween masks are programmed to explode and kill kids in a torrent of snakes and bugs?
Taking its title from a song by Donovan, and it has been used once before in a horror film by George Romero. It is Season of the Witch.
That is correct. All right, Brad, the category is Jeff Bridges movies. Would you like a 1, 2, or 3-point question?
I have to go for 3.
All right. For 3 points and the win. In the 1996 movie White Squall, what is the name of the two-masted schooner captained by Jeff Bridges that sinks during the storm?
The Pinta.
That is incorrect. It's the Albatross. The Albatross. All right, Movie Geek. This will be a 3-point question for you. If you get this right, you will win the showdown. Who directed the 1982 Jeff Bridges movie Tron?
Gentleman who unfortunately did not go on to better things, although he did direct a personal favorite film of mine, John Cusack's Hot Pursuit. His name is Steven Lisberger.
That is correct. Congratulations, Movie Geek. You have done it again. A little bit of strategy, a whole lot of knowledge mixed with a healthy dose of showmanship, and that is the recipe for a Movie Geek win. I'm J. Keith Van Stratton. Join us next time when 3 Challenger BBs go up against the MX missiles of pop culture. 3, 2, 1, beat the Geeks. We'll see you then, everybody.
It's Friday Night Stand